Me fellow Sierra Leoneans, this SLPP government don't ace petrol price by 3.5 leons in less than 6 weeks. Yes, that's correct. Fuel price don't go up by 3.5 leons in less than 6 weeks na saloon at a time where fuel prices now all over the world they go down. Yes, at a time where crude oil prices per barrel it remains at $60.63 US dollars per barrel. At a time where we don't see stability in crude oil prices internationally, globally. Now the time that the way the bill-led SLPP government, they come for can tell people and say them for pay 3.5 leons more than waiting they already done the pay. So today, ARP Thomas. Today being the 28th of January 2026, I want to talk to you about why each and every Sierra Leonean for stand up to this particular increment. Each and every Sierra Leonean for express the disappointment for let the government and government officials in the area loud and clear that Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad unanimously reject this increment of 3.5 leons. In December last year, not for saying far away because this is not January. December last year, petrol price na saloon na been 25 leons per liter. Already there was hardship in the country. 25 leons. Now, today, the 28th of January, less than, the 1 month not even doing inside this new year. Government don't give you new year present by increasing petrol price by 3.5 leons. Now, petrol price don't go up to 28.5 leons from 25 leons. You understand? This is an increment where is totally unacceptable. And I give you the reasons why this increment is totally unacceptable. And Sierra Leoneans, including SLPPs, for stand up to this government and express their disappointment. One of the reasons is that crude oil prices, now they detect the price of petrol at the pump. Where crude oil prices, they not go up globally. Currently, the crude oil price, let me tell you the prices. From December crude oil price now been $57.42 US dollars per barrel. December, on the 31st of December. On the 13th of December, crude oil price go up to $60.93 US dollars. Then just $3 increment. Less than $3 increment. It go from the 31st of December when at 57.42, it go to on the 13th of December, it go to 60.93. On now, 28th of January this year, crude oil price, it day 60.63. In fact, it don't go down. It don't go down by 30 cents. You understand? It don't go down by 30 cents from the 13th of January to now the 28th of January this year. But we own petrol price na saloon, they tally up with the international prices. The more international prices go down, now the more we own prices then it seems for they go up. And which we don't see in Sierra Leone where everybody need for concern about. Where petrol price go up, everything in Sierra Leone they go up. The reason why make everything that Sierra Leone go up is because all the movement of goods and services and people is through transportation. When transportation go up, that increment they get flow on effect onto every aspect of our living. You understand? You will see rest price they begin to go up because if now then they move rest, whatever price they pay per bag of rice for Krango, Nabo, Kenema, Kono, and all these places, Makeni and other places, the price get for increase because petrol don't increase. Transportation, people moving around get for increase because petrol don't increase. For move a container now from Watakika out na market, it get for increase because petrol don't increase. That means that subsequently the food prices are going to go up, transportation prices has gone up. So there's effect at every level. You understand? The hardship get for increase as a result. That is why When fuel price go up, Sierra Leoneans should be alarmed and ask questions. Moreover, petrol prices in Sierra Leone will not forever be equivalent or more than petrol prices overseas. Make I say this again. Salone fuel price will not forever can even close to the price for fuel overseas. You know why? The reason being is that if the overseas fuel is properly refined, you need compare Sierra Leone rubbish crude oil we get, like the one way the carcass. You know what I mean? The dirty one now we get in Salone. In most African countries, without being condescending, is the reality. Our crude, our fuel what we use in Sierra Leone is not properly refined. Yeah, if I put 100 liters in my vehicle, it will take me longer, I will go longer distance than if I put 60 liter in Salone. And it don't get nothing to do with the roads then. For example, if I drive on a highway, if I drive to Kono, if I drive to Makeni, yes, the road is not 100%, but the road okay. It meets the basic standards of safety for drive. The road culture is acceptable standard for a developing country such as Sierra Leone. So you don't get nothing to do with road conditions or whatever. You understand? You must kind of culture the drive for go take Kono, for go take Kenema as you do in Australia. Why is it that when you put 60 liter in a Salone, it is done faster? Now because the quality of fuel what we get in Sierra Leone, in Africa, is normally substandard. What is my point? My point is that because petrol quality is so poor compared to Western countries, we price for be less as well. You understand? Right now, the petrol they buy at 28.5 leons, new leons. That's nearly $1.80 Australian dollars. $1.80. Australia now right now they buy petrol $1.52. You understand? So that makes Sierra Leone petrol price 30 cents more expensive than Australia price with that substandard what would you use there. Fuel retailers and fuel businessmen, they do a favor when they sell petrol. They're making money, they're in there to make money. So we have to hold them to account so that they know they're selling substandard fuel to us at a very high price above the market price. That is why we have to stand up. We have to stand up for the interest of our people, interest of ourselves, our community. It is essential that we stand up for what is right. I don't always maintain, say, this government, like in predecessors, them for pull their hand, them pull them foot, them pull them mouth, them pull them nose, and pull them eye by the market. Why I say this? In most countries of the world, now the market it dictates the prices of fuel. The government just they regulate for make sure say the prices the way the people in the sell it not go above the market price, the international prices. You understand? That people they're not being subjected to hardship unnecessarily. You understand? That now the government in role, but the government for stay back from the market. But Salone government, especially this SLPP government, President Bio in government, the moment when petrol price go down, they don't jump, they celebrate. The moment petrol price go up, then don't dissociate themselves, then remove themselves, say they're not getting nothing for do with them. But we know say this same government then get a meeting with the businessman the way they involved in fuel. We know say this government hold a meeting with them. And now we don't see the government don't announce it. They don't do a slight increment of 1 leon. It is not 1 leon increment. It is 3.5 leon increment from December to now. You understand? I mean, in Sierra Leone in December, petrol, where they buy petrol in Sierra Leone, it was 25 leons per liter. Now at 28.5 leons. That's a 3.5 leon increment that cannot be ignored. I call on Sierra Leonean for raise the voice, for make them know say internationally crude oil prices don't stabilize. It don't stabilize. If you look at the market prices on the 31st of December last year, now $57.42 per barrel. If you look at 2 weeks later on the 13th of January, now $60.93 US dollars per barrel. If you look at today, 28th of January, it don't go down. Now $60.63 US dollars per barrel. Well, the global crude oil prices, they go down. The Sierra Leone, the petrol price at the pump, they go up. This is totally unacceptable. People should not be subjected to suffering at the beginning of the year. People have already suffered in that country enough. You go to Sierra Leone, you see hardship of the kind that you never see anywhere in the world. So I call on Sierra Leoneans at home and abroad for speak up, so that the bio-led SLPP will know say this is totally unacceptable and citizens are not going to stand for it. Usa made in Australia. The petrol where we they buy trade $2.20 right now. Now $1.57 now we buy them. Because the petrol prices they tally with the international crude oil prices. And the international crude oil prices, they don't remain relatively stable from December to now. That make all over Australia. Nobody will tell you say petrol no go down. So while petrol prices are going down everywhere else in Europe, in the US, in other African countries, in Sierra Leone tends to be going up. And then we get irresponsible government officials, then go cancel down, they explain to citizens them why then the petrol price don't go up. Then they try to justify the increment, which then don't make as government officials, where they don't sit down with petrol dealers and come up with a formula for increase the petrol price by 3.5 leons. This is totally unacceptable, and I call on the government for understand the dire consequences of fuel price increment on citizens right across the country. And even those where the overseas be affected by this, because the money we send before, if you been send 2 million for this family member before, that 2 million not going for do again per month. You have to increase it to 2.2 million because food prices are going up, transportation prices are going up, every other aspect of their living, parts of their living is becoming unbearable. Thank you for watching. Share this at will. ARP Thomas.